Welcome to the Urban Spokesman. My name is Chris Sanders, and I'm giving micromobility users the news they need to stay up to speed on micromobility and urban infrastructure in New York City. All right, so now we have here the MTA is launching a plan to enhance bike, pedestrian, and micromobility access for all of its transit and bridge networks. Now they're seeking public comments on their plans. So, New York Governor Kathy Hochul signed the MTA Bike Access Bill back in December of 2021. The MTA Bike Access Bill requires the MTA to include bike, pedestrian, and micromobility access when evaluating all current and future capital projects. The MTA would like the public's input on plans to develop better bike pedestrian infrastructure all around New York. All right, so we want to improve customer access to our environmentally friendly MTA services, however they get to their train or bus, said the MTA chair and CEO Jano Lieber. As a cyclist myself, I know that biking can be the perfect complement to mass transit. This plan improves access to our services through cycling, walking, and micromobility and will help bring riders back and reduce our carbon footprint. So, what would the plan do? The plan would improve bike and micromobility parking at subway, train, and bus stations, and would improve bike, pedestrian, and micromobility bridge access. Right now, on all of the Bronx, the bridges from Manhattan to the Bronx or from the Bronx to Manhattan, there are no bike lanes, no safe pedestrian lanes there. It feels very unsafe. It's like, don't do this. That's what it tells me. Don't come here. We don't, that's what it's saying. Even though I live right next to the Bronx over in Harlem, on the Harlem side, uh, you know, that's what it tells me when they don't provide a safe bike infrastructure and pedestrian infrastructure. As far as the parking issue goes, there is literally almost no safe bike parking in all of New York City. I've had to various vendors and things like do me favors and put my bike in their shop or something, because they know people will steal it. And I'm sure a lot of people have experienced their bikes being stolen or damaged. Um, so we welcome things like Uni. I'm going to plug Uni here. Yes, Shabazz Stewart, Uni, him and his team of people and his partners have created Uni, which is a bike solution here in New York. You can see it back here. You can see an Uni in my background. So see it back there. Yeah, there it is. And this is what I consider to be safe bike parking. Let me, move out of the way here a little bit so you can see it here. This is safe bike parking. The bike is neatly stored inside of this container that fits into a car parking space. It can fit up to 10 bikes and as little as 6 bikes, which is an amazing space saving device here. This device will create many more bike users and subway users. All right, enough for the Uni plug. Okay, so when will the plan be released? The plan will be released at the end of the 2022 year. The current goal is to come up with a framework for improving bike, pedestrian, micromobility, and public transit access into the future. Now, the MTA has recruited world-renowned transit expert Sam Stewart and his team of people to work on the new framework for improving bike, pedestrian, and micromobility access throughout New York's transit system and bridge network. The MTA is now asking New York City residents for feedback and suggestions on how to improve bike, pedestrian, and micromobility access. You can submit your feedback and suggestions on bike, pedestrian, and micromobility strategic plan website. That website is https colon slash new dot mta.info slash bike dash micromobility dash strategic dash action dash plan. Yes, some of the questions being considered are: which subway and railroad stations lack bike parking? Oh, this is an important one. Throw a stone and you will hit a subway station that doesn't have bike parking. That's because almost none of them have safe bike parking. None of them have uni. Need at least one uni outside every station. At least one, well, I would say uni mini, sorry. At least one uni mini outside of every train station. I think that's a good goal, right? That makes that will help people. What are some of these other questions here? How can the MTA leverage underutilized property to accommodate secure parking facilities and other forms of parking areas for micromobility devices? Great question. Where can better connections be made between the bike lane network and transit stations? I'll give you one idea. Uh, I would say 125th Street, 42nd Street, two streets. If you throw a bike lane on there, it's going to hit a lot of train stops. That's in Manhattan because that's where I live. So I know, and I live in Harlem, so I know about 125th Street. It connects to like a lot of trains, a lot of buses, um, and it connects to the Hudson Pathway. Um, and then, hopefully the eastern side of the Hudson Pathway will eventually be completed as well. So, go to their website, the MTA website, https://new.mta.info slash bike dash micromobility dash strategic dash action dash plan, and scroll all the way down to the bottom and fill out your suggestions, give them your ideas. Um, you know, we as a bike community need to all be involved in this project. And we need to show that we are here and we exist. And, something I would say in addition to this is that we need to be involved in the community board process as well and start being a regularly somewhat, well, I don't consider this like left right political. So, but it is political, like from a nonpartisan standpoint, in that you have people who are resisting change. Like in my district in Harlem, like less than 25% of the people own cars. Let's start there. Less than 25% of the people own cars, but there is the bike lane on Adam Clayton Powell is like spotty and almost non-existent, but it's kind of there, and it's people triple park everywhere. Um, and that's with 25% of the people, less than 25% of the people owning cars. Now, take those who drive them every day, it's even a lower number, in which case that isn't fair to the rest of us who live in the community. So we need to advocate for ourselves. Bike people, pedestrian people, micromobility people, we need to advocate for ourselves in the community boards, unelected officials making decisions on our behalf, and they don't always represent our best interest. And that's why the NTA is going directly to the citizens of New York for feedback on their plan to improve bike pedestrian access. All right, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment, and let's make it a great day. All right, bye.